In this video, we're going to be discussing my favorite foods to eat during an ultra marathon. What's up everybody, John here with Motivation Theory Running, and I get asked all the time what it is that I eat during ultra marathons. And it's kind of a hard question to answer because eating is so specific to the person, what works with them, what doesn't work with them. But today, I'm finally going to answer the question, my favorite foods to eat during an ultra marathon, and let's go ahead and get right into it. First and foremost, I usually start off my mornings with just a good base, and that's usually a bagel and peanut butter. These are my two favorite foods to put together during training and also races. I know that bagels will not hurt my stomach, and I know peanut butter will not hurt my stomach. Peanut butter's got tons of calories. We've got carbs, we've got sugars, we've got all those things that your body craves during races. And I even fuel all of my training runs like this. I just will eat a bagel and some peanut butter on it. So that's probably one of my favorite foods to eat in general, but it's a great one I use during races. All right, moving on. So when you get to your aid station tables, there can be all kinds of things from chips to M&Ms to soda, all kinds of stuff. I will go ahead and say soda is one of my favorite things, only when it's flat. I usually will bring my own Mountain Dew or Coke, which I don't normally drink generally in normal life outside of races, but I will make those go flat. So I'll open them a couple days before, let them go flat, and I will take those with me. Usually if the aid station has flat soda, I will drink it. If it has carbonated soda, I will not. I'll just stay away from it because it causes all kinds of stomach issues for me. Moving on. One of my secret weapons that I've learned because I need real food is baby food. And these squeeze pouches, pretty much any flavor, it doesn't matter. They usually have between 70 and 100 calories. They're really easy to consume. I can carry these on me like gels. I'd rather have this over a gel. I'm not a big fan of gels. If in a pinch, if I have a gel, I'll use it. But I love baby food. Now they've started to come out since I started doing ultra marathons with a lot more things like this, like the Yum Butter, things like that, squeeze pouch, nutrition. These have a lot more. Like this one has 610 calories. So this is a lot more significant. But if you want to just kind of consume some calories and not a ton at a time, these baby food pouches, they're cheap and they taste good. They taste relatively good. So that's definitely one I use. One of the big staples at aid stations, Oreos. Any kind of Oreo, but normally just have normal Oreos. I'll lunch on these when I'm running. I don't typically have too big of a problem with these, but sometimes I'll get tired of having them because I do go to them quite a bit at the aid stations. I'll grab 2 or 3 and just kind of nibble on them when I'm running. But they taste good. They got sugar. Again, carbs and sugar are what your body is craving during the time when you're running. Cliff Bars, pretty much any kind they have. Sometimes they'll have the little ones. I usually will bring my own. These, have a significant amount of calories. So this one right here has 250 calories. So that's a good source of caloric intake there. It's got 19 grams of sugar, 5 grams of fat, 44 grams of carbs, and that's probably around average for all of these. These are good. They do not upset my stomach. I usually stick to normal flavors. Coffee is not one I've eaten in a race. I just happen to have this one, so I'm just showing you that as an example. Cliff Bars, super good. Easy on the stomach. One of my favorites of all time, Jelly Belly sports beans. These taste like candy that has a lot of salt in it, but they do have some caffeine in them that helps. I've tried the Run Gum. I can't see that I would like that too much in a race, but these do have caffeine. I don't really like caffeine in the gels either because I'm not a big fan of gels, but sports beans, super good. Jelly Belly ones are really good. That takes me to another one of my favorite foods that I eat all the time. So that's probably a good sign. If you can eat it all the time when your training runs, and in your real life, it's probably something good that you can eat in a race because your stomach's used to it. So these Nature's Bakery Fig Bars, love these things. Loaded with calories, 200 calories. Sorry for all the crinkling. It's got fiber, it's got 38 carbs, 5 grams of fat, and they taste really good. I love these things. I eat them all the time, along with bagels and peanut butter. Another kind of bar that I will take along with me, these Nature Valley granola bars. These are really good. Easy on my stomach, and again, that's the theme here. Most of the things I eat are going to be easy on my stomach. They're going to have sugar, they're going to have carb, and they're easy to carry. So I take those along with me. One of my all-time favorites, I've been running with these since I think they came out, the honey stinger waffles. These are just good. I usually will have these before, if I don't eat a banana, and which is another one of my favorite ones with a bagel or peanut butter, I'll just grab a honey stinger, 150 calories, 7 grams of fat, 21 grams of carbohydrates, got some sugars, things that you need, and they taste really good. They don't have any kind of runner nutrition taste to them. They taste really good. You can warm them up. Usually if I have them in my pack, they'll be warm, which makes them good. The only time I ever have any kind of issue getting these down, and that's pretty much safe to say with all of these foods, is when I'm just 30 or 40 miles into a race, nothing kind of tastes good, or it's not. I'm not looking forward to eating anything at that point. But these things are easy to eat when I'm entering that kind of point, that kind of pain cave, and my stomach's upset. But honey stinger waffles, I have not tried all of the flavors. I usually, when I find something that works, I just kind of stick with that. I've heard the strawberry is really good, but I usually just stick with the normal honey flavored. Super good, super easy on your stomach, and just good. What else we got here? For drinks, I'll drink Gatorade, water, and then Noon. I've been using this for a very long time. I use lots of different flavors. It's good. It is what it is. And when I'm running, I really don't think too much about the flavors of everything. It's just what's easy on my stomach and what can I get down that has electrolytes, sodium, carbs, sugars, the things that I need. Noon, these tabs, you just plop one of these in one of your water bottles or 2 of your water bottles, and super easy. I don't have to deal with powders. I had to deal with that with Tailwind when I first started running, trying to use them when they first came out, and I just couldn't take the powder, dealing with the powders. Now they've kind of revamped things and became into using single serve kind of powders into it, but tabs are super easy. What else we got? Classic, you're going to see these all the time. Maybe not the malt and vinegar kind, but chips. Chips are going to be super important with the sodium. Usually when I'm looking at a table, I'm looking for Oreos, chips, bagels, granola, anything like that is what I'm looking forward to eating when I get to an aid stage. It's something that's super easy to get down, easy on my stomach. It's got some sodium in it because my body's craving that when I'm running. I'll take salt tabs and things like that. But from a food aspect, I really like the squeeze pouches of like baby food. It helps me get it down because my stomach will have issues if I'm eating kind of too much sugar. These don't have a ton of sugar, especially the baby ones. They're usually take it easy with that. It's only got 10 grams of sugar in one of these. Drop that. This one right here says it's got... This is very low in sugar. Okay, so this one's just got 21 grams of carbs for the whole pouch and only 4 grams of sugar. So my stomach will start to get torn up if I take in too much sugar. That's why I don't drink a lot of sports drinks. The Noon is very good. If I drink Gatorades and Powerades and stuff like that, it just tears my stomach up after a while. So I have to kind of go to a ratio of 3, 20-ounce bottles of water to every one, sports drink to kind of maintain that level. I don't want my stomach getting torn up. But I love peanut butter. Who doesn't love peanut butter? I mean, our whole house tears this stuff up. I know it's probably not the healthiest thing, but from a running aspect and energy aspect, it's just good. All of us are an experiment of one, and you have to really kind of find what works for you. I generally look for things that are really stomach neutral, or not way over the top, things I can just get down with some water and not have too much of a problem with. But that may not work for you. I mean, if you're a vegan and you're dealing with all kinds of other dietary needs, this might not work for you, but this works for me. And generally, this is the type of stuff you're going to see on an aid station. I will have chocolate occasionally just for a little bit of energy, but I try to stay away from that with the dairy part of it. Just with running, again, I warn everyone with soda and the carbonation. If it's flat, it's okay. You don't want to try that in a race if you've never tried it before. So generally, you're going to want to try all of these things, work out with them, eat them on a daily basis, or train with them weekly, just to know that they're going to work with you. Chips are pretty neutral. And again, I wouldn't use the salt and malt vinegar ones, but just regular old Lay's potato chips, Doritos, things like that. Just get the sodium down. Those are really tasty when you're running. But go ahead, find some things, just test them. I really do advise you look into the baby food squeezy pouches. Those are really good. And I know that they're making tons of things like this, but they're really easy on the stomach and they're cheap. I mean, this thing I think runs for like $6 or something like that. Baby food's like $1 or something a piece. So they're not as many calories. You probably can't get as much out of one calorie wise as you would for this, something like this, but you can train with it and you can, without spending a ton of money. You're going to see all kinds of different things: pizza, pasta, watermelon, fruit. You're going to see all kinds of stuff at aid stations and races, and they're all going to be different. Some aid stations have really, really good stuff. Some aid stations are super minimal. You'll see peanut butter shoved in like a tortilla wrapped up. You'll see all kinds of stuff out there. Just be leery whenever you go to an aid station. Some of the stuff's going to look really good, and if you've never tried it, just be careful. Just be careful there. I hope that you enjoyed at least looking at what I find to work for me, and it's just been honed in over many years. It's not super scientific, but it works for me. I'm going to go ahead and send you along to a video that talks about long runs here, and I'm also going to talk to you about losing weight with running. So we're talking about nutrition, so let's go ahead and throw it to a losing weight video with running. So I will see you in the next video. Go ahead and click on one of those. Talk to you soon. Bye.